We're off to see the wizard in our children's garden this year. And to make the experience more magical, we've designed the area as a cottage-style garden, whimsical and carefree. There are many different definitions for a cottage garden, but typically you'd hear them described as informal or random, or as a country-style garden. And certainly it's all of these things. And while the garden might appear somewhat haphazard, it's actually very well thought out where the plants will go to create a very warm and welcoming atmosphere. Cottage gardens can include a wide variety of plants. Some of the more traditional plants include hollyhocks, roses, peonies, but you could use just about any type of plant. When you're selecting plants for your cottage garden, think tall. Start with taller plants towards the back of the planting and work your way down as you move forward. Some of the smaller plants we used in our garden are coreopsis and cosmos. We also planted this ground cover called Blue Days. This is an annual ground cover that creates these lovely blue flowers throughout the season. This is Evolvulus natalianus. To give our garden a little height, we use plants like salvia, canna, and a lot of zinnias. We also found this plant seeded itself right into our garden. This is a native annual called Snow on the Mountain, and it's found typically in prairies or along roadsides throughout the state. It has this lovely variegation and above white clusters of flowers. And as I said, this just seeded itself by itself right into our garden, but it really looks at home here. You want to be careful when you're handling this plant. If the stems break, they exude a sap that can cause a rash, much like poison ivy. So it's lovely here, just be careful when you're working with it. When you're arranging plants in your cottage garden, you want to space them very close together and in large groups to create blocks of color. This close spacing also helps to keep the weeds at bay. You can also add shrubs, vines, or small trees to the cottage garden to add a vertical element or a focal point or specimen. In our garden here, we have a standard trained lantana that makes a beautiful specimen. The plant has been trained to grow up to produce one single trunk that supports branches of leaves and flowers on the top, giving the plant more of a tree form. Cottage gardens typically don't have room for turf, just the flowers and a path winding through them. Traditional cottage gardens also included vegetables and herbs. In fact, the cottage garden originated as a small family vegetable garden planted around homes during the Tudor period in England. Now, our cottage garden contains only flowers, but you can certainly incorporate herbs and vegetables into your own. You can also add structural elements like arbors and bird baths to add a little diversity. Well, I hope you've enjoyed our trip here down our yellow brick road.